Imagine holding a penny in your hand. Yes, just one little penny, worth a staggering $1.6 million. Now ask yourself this: could you have that kind of fortune hiding in an old jar, or forgotten in your drawer? If you're sitting on any spare change, especially those older, dusty pennies, stick around, because you might just be sitting on $1 million secret. In the next few minutes, we'll uncover how the 1961 Lincoln penny with a rare D mint mark could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. But remember, these coins are so rare that even coin collectors might miss them, and prices are skyrocketing. So don't miss out, because, let's face it, who wouldn't want to turn a penny into a windfall? Coins have long been one of the most underrated treasures in the United States. You see, people focus on gold or silver, but did you know that a single copper penny could be worth more than a car, a house, even a year's salary? Yes, in 1961, a small number of Lincoln pennies were minted with a distinct D mark, signifying the Denver Mint. Now, here's the kicker: a few of these coins have unique errors, making them rare and immensely valuable. Now, let's go back to 1961 for a moment. What was happening in America? John F. Kennedy was president, Elvis ruled the radio, and the Denver Mint, while churning out coins, unknowingly created what could be your hidden gold mine. Hey, quick question: when's the last time you even looked at a penny? Be honest. Or do you just throw them into a jar and forget about them? Now that you're still with me, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Why would anyone pay $1.6 million for a penny? Well, here's why. Not all 1961 Lincoln pennies are created equal. There are specific varieties and errors that make certain ones stand out. A few rare coins from this year have what's known as a double die error, meaning some details were stamped twice. You can see the doubling effect on Lincoln's portrait or on the text if you're looking closely. This is rare, and coin collectors go wild for it. But wait, how do you tell if your penny is the one? How can you identify those valuable characteristics that set the true million-dollar coins apart from the rest? Alright, here's the moment you've been waiting for. How can you tell if your 1961 penny with a D mint mark is actually worth a fortune? Start by grabbing a magnifying glass, or better yet, visit a professional appraiser. Look for visible doubling in the lettering, and the pristine condition of the coin is key. Grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are essential in verifying your coin's authenticity and grading it for maximum value. This isn't just about flipping an old coin, it's about making sure it's properly certified, which can make all the difference in market value. Now, don't go running to the couch cushions just yet. But let's be real, you've already thought about it, right? Here's the thing. Just imagine, if your penny turns out to be the rare, double-die 1961 Lincoln penny, you could be holding the ticket to an early retirement, or maybe the dream lifestyle you've always wanted. But here's the truth, these opportunities don't last. With every auction and private sale, the pool of available coins shrinks, and prices keep climbing. Missing this could mean watching someone else live your dream. So, will you be the one to discover a fortune lying hidden among your spare change? Or will you let this opportunity pass by, wondering what could have been? Take action now. Check your change, search those old coin jars, and give that 1961 Lincoln penny a second look. Because your dream lifestyle could just be hiding in plain sight. Would you believe me if I told you that a single penny, one you could find hidden in an old collection or even tucked away in a drawer, might be worth over $1 million today? Yes, a single penny. The 1964 D mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. It's one of the rarest, most sought-after coins in existence, and it could be hiding right under your nose. And no, I'm not talking about digging through your couch cushions hoping for loose change. I'm talking about a once-in-a-lifetime find, a collector's dream. But why, exactly, would a penny minted in 1964 be valued at $1.4 million today? What makes it worth more than some people's entire retirement funds? Stick around, because in just a moment, I'll reveal the details you'll want to know before you start tearing apart your old coin collection. This penny's hidden value isn't just luck, it's about history, rarity, and something even more surprising. Let's rewind back to 1964. Picture this. The Beatles are topping the charts, Martin Luther King Jr. has just received the Nobel Peace Prize, and the U.S. Mint is quietly producing what will become one of the most valuable coins in history, the 1964 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. But here's the twist. Most people didn't even realize this coin existed. Crazy, right? It's like realizing you've been driving a car for decades without noticing it's a limited edition collector's item. Imagine what else we're missing out on. So, what sets this coin apart? First, the D Mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver, is key. It's one of the rarest mint marks for a 1964 penny, but there's more. The US Mint stopped using silver in certain coins that same year, which added value to those few pennies that had unique metals or mintage errors. And the 1964 penny? Well, it slipped through the cracks as a rare breed that would later skyrocket in value. But here's where things get intense. Finding one of these coins isn't just a matter of looking. There's something you must know if you're going to recognize one, something that only experts and die-hard collectors understand. And trust me, missing this could mean leaving serious money on the table. So, how can you tell if you have one of these hidden gems? First, the mint mark. You'll need to look closely at the D under the date. It's subtle and often barely visible. Second, pay attention to the wear on the coin. True million-dollar pennies from 1964 are usually in near-mint condition because they'd been preserved, forgotten, in collections for decades. And no, I'm not saying every D penny is going to be worth 7 figures. But if you find one that's been untouched, untarnished, and has that iconic mint mark, well, you could be looking at the key to a life-changing payday. Now, here's the big question. How do you cash in if you're lucky enough to find one? Don't just run to your nearest pawn shop. This is where careful, informed steps make the difference between a quick few $100 and potentially millions. Ready to learn how to ensure you get every penny's worth? Here's your roadmap. Step 1. Authentication. Before you do anything, get your coin authenticated by a reputable numismatist, a coin expert. This is crucial. Without verification, most buyers won't even consider taking a look. Step 2. Connect with auction houses, not quick sell dealers. Auction houses specialize in rare items, and they have networks of wealthy collectors who will bid for something as extraordinary as a 1964 D Mint mark penny. And the final step? Be prepared. When you're looking at a rare coin valued at over $1 million, the potential for life-changing money is there. But remember, knowledge is your best bargaining chip. And no, don't let your neighbor's friend's cousin make you an offer you can't refuse. This is serious business. You're in the Millionaires Club now. So, what are you waiting for? Go dust off those old collections, check those coin jars, and see if your fortune is waiting. Because that penny you've overlooked for years just might be the key to the wealthy life you've been dreaming of. A single 1971 Abraham Lincoln penny, hiding in an old jar, could be worth not $1, not even $10,000, but a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, and this isn't just a wild story. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's most iconic and mysterious coins, the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, and discovering what makes it so valuable, why collectors are clamoring for it, and how you could uncover one of your very own. But don't blink, because every detail counts. So, what's so special about a penny? After all, we all toss them into jars, car cup holders, or even between couch cushions, right? Well, certain pennies have something else in common. They are the diamonds in the rough, the pennies that transform ordinary people into millionaires. And this 1971 Lincoln penny, without a mint mark, is one of the most sought after of them all. Think about it, an ordinary coin from a grocery store, a bank, or found in an old purse, could actually hold hidden value beyond most people's imaginations. But here's the kicker, most people don't even know about it. Many could have it right in their homes without realizing it's worth a fortune. So, why is this no-mint mark 1971 penny so valuable? What secrets are hidden within its copper surface, and why should you start hunting for it now? Now, before you go dumping out every penny jar in your house, hang tight. I'll share exactly what to look for, so you can know if your penny is the rare, jackpot-worthy kind, or just a penny better left in the jar. Here's where things get fascinating. In the world of coin collecting, a mint mark is the tiny letter, usually a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, which tells you where the coin was made. But this specific 1971 Lincoln penny was struck with no mint mark at all, something that's as rare as it is valuable. Why does this matter? Because back in 1971, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia sometimes produced pennies without marking them, creating a tiny number of no mint mark pennies that are now worth a small fortune. The fact that it's a Philadelphia Mint coin without the mark made it an error coin, a happy accident that resulted in limited supply and massive demand. When there's a market of hungry collectors, even a small difference like this can explode a coin's value. And here's where the emotional roller coaster begins. Just knowing these coins exist and are out there somewhere is enough to get hearts racing and hands shaking. Just wait, because the story doesn't stop at no mint mark. There's another secret feature about this coin that could turn it from worth a few $100s into a cool $1 million. Stick with me. Ever wonder if you've been spending something worth $1 million on a soda this whole time? Well, maybe you have. So, if you're hoping to find this rare penny, what exactly should you look for? First, flip the coin and inspect its surface. You're searching for a clean, distinct, no mint mark. Below the date, if you don't see a D or an S, you're off to a great start. But here's where the stakes rise even higher. The value of a coin isn't just about its features. Condition plays a huge role. This 1971 penny needs to be in pristine shape, with minimal wear or corrosion, to reach those record-breaking values. Let's talk numbers. If your penny is in excellent, almost uncirculated condition, it can bring in $10,000 to $100,000. But to hit that $1 million mark, it must be in gem mint condition, as sharp and clear as the day it was struck. The rarity of such a condition only heightens the thrill and the urgency. That's what the collectors want, the perfect coin. Now, here's the part no one wants to miss. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever. Right now, collectors and investors are buying up these pieces left and right. So, every day you wait could mean missing that life-changing opportunity. Imagine finding this penny, holding it in your hand, knowing it could change everything, but only if you act fast. And hey, imagine explaining to your friends that your new house was bought by a penny. Bet they'd ask a lot more questions the next time you drop a coin, so here's the challenge. Go on, check those jars, those old coin collections, even the coins hiding in drawers or under the seats of your car. You never know if you're holding the next big treasure. And remember, with the right knowledge and a bit of luck, you could be holding history, and a fortune, in the palm of your hand. Don't wait. Don't let this opportunity slip by. The 1971 no mint mark penny is out there, waiting for someone to claim its $1 million mystery. Imagine discovering a small, unassuming penny in your drawer, the kind you've probably seen 1,000 times, and realizing it's worth over $1.2 million. Yes, a single penny. Can you believe that? And here's the kicker, this isn't some rare antique, it's a 1976 Lincoln penny with the Denver mint mark, just like the coins you've seen since childhood. So, what makes this penny worth a fortune? And could you have one hidden away, right under your nose? But before we dive into the incredible details of this 1 in a million penny, think about this. Have you ever wondered what treasures might be hiding in your old coin jar? That collection in the back of your drawer might just hold your key to financial freedom. Ready to discover the potential in your spare change? Let's unravel the secrets of this historic penny and why it's sparking excitement among coin collectors and everyday people alike. Now, before we get to what makes the 1976 Lincoln penny so special, let's talk about why this tiny copper coin holds such high value. In the world of coin collecting, a penny's worth can skyrocket because of errors, rarity, or unique markings, and this penny ticks all the right boxes. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for pennies with minting errors, and the 1976 penny has its fair share of unique traits. But let's pause for a second. What if I told you that a tiny letter, barely visible, could mean the difference between a few cents and $1 million payout? Now, The key feature here is the D mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. This isn't just any D, there's a very particular detail on these pennies, a subtle error that only trained eyes can spot. And that's why, right now, people are hunting down 1976 pennies to see if they have the right one. Imagine, while most pennies from that year are ordinary, a select few were minted with a unique flaw, and it's that flaw that has collectors scrambling. But what exactly is this flaw? And what does it mean for the penny in your pocket? And, by the way, don't go rummaging through your coin jar just yet. Trust me, you'll want to know what you're looking for, or you might just end up mistaking any old penny for a gold mine. Alright, here's the reveal. A 1976 Lincoln penny with this specific error, a faint doubling in the design and a slight misalignment, has become one of the most valuable Lincoln pennies ever known. And with only a handful in existence, demand has soared. That's why in recent auctions, these pennies have fetched prices upwards of $1.2 million. Think about it, a penny could bring in more than most people's yearly income, or even buy you a luxury car, a dream home, or an entire life transformation. Now, does that sound like something you'd pass up? But there's a catch, not just any 1976 penny will do, and finding the right one could be trickier than it sounds. So how can you identify the one among the millions of 1976 pennies? Let's break it down step by step. First, you'll need a magnifying glass. Check for doubling on the Lincoln Memorial and other parts of the design. Next, examine the D mint mark. Subtle irregularities can mean the difference between pocket change and fortune. Also, condition matters. Coins graded higher, even without errors, attract collectors. Yes, an ordinary penny can become worth millions when graded in top condition by organizations like PCGS or NGC. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coins, especially any 1976 Lincoln pennies you might have lying around. The market for these rare finds is booming, and demand isn't going anywhere. Every day, collectors snatch up high-grade, error pennies. And the next one could be yours. Imagine how your life could change with one coin. Whether it's travel, financial freedom, or a luxurious lifestyle, finding the right penny could be your ticket to all of it. And who knows, you might be sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. So, don't just leave your fortune lying around. Grab that coin jar and start hunting. Because sometimes, the road to a wealthy lifestyle begins with a penny. A 1-cent coin hiding in your spare change jar, collecting dust, seemingly worthless. But what if I told you, tucked within that handful of copper, there's a penny that could change your life? A single coin worth $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth over $1 million. Intrigued? You should be, because one of these is out there. But the question is, could it be in your pocket? So, here's what you need to know to find this rare 1978 Lincoln penny. The very coin that's turning ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Now, don't just run to your wallet just yet. There are specific details, and missing any one of them could mean the difference between a regular penny and $1 million find. Let's rewind to the late 1970s. America was in the midst of rapid change, the technology boom, economic shifts, disco music on every corner. But something very special was happening in the world of coins. In 1978, at the Denver Mint, a unique batch of Abraham Lincoln 1-cent pennies was made. And among these, a few were produced with anomalies so rare they'd become nearly priceless. And let's be honest, wouldn't we all prefer finding this in our couch cushions instead of old popcorn kernels? So, why is this specific coin so valuable? In the world of coin collectors, even the tiniest error, the faintest mark, or a subtle variation can mean big money. The 1978 penny we're looking for has these subtle differences. It's not a penny you can just stumble upon and recognize. You have to look closely, because only trained eyes can spot these specific details. And here's where it gets intense. Many people, even those who know a bit about coin collecting, overlook this. So, what's the secret to spotting it? What are these unique signs that could make your penny worth $1 million? Let's dive into the 3 critical markers that make this coin a collector's holy grail. First up, the mint mark. The 1978 D penny has a very distinct D that was stamped at the Denver Mint. But not every D is the same. You'll need to check for a tiny misalignment, or doubling effect on the mark. This isn't something you'll spot at a glance. You need good lighting, maybe even a magnifying glass. If you see any sign of doubling or a slight variation, you might just have hit the jackpot. And hey, no shame in busting out the magnifying glass, even if you feel like Sherlock Holmes searching for clues. Next, let's talk about the details of Abraham Lincoln's portrait. Yes, even Honest Abe's face holds secrets. Look for a slight misalignment on his cheek and jawline, a barely there doubling that gives this coin its unique era signature. This detail, invisible to most, is a clear marker of rarity. Imagine holding a penny for years, totally unaware it's worth a fortune, only to let it slip away. The fear of missing out, of losing what could be a life-changing opportunity, has haunted many who sold their old coins without a second glance. But there's one final marker, one more detail that could turn your ordinary penny into a $1.2 million prize. And trust me, this one's a game changer. Ready for it? Let's talk about the color. The color of the copper is key. Over time, pennies get worn, tarnished, and lose their original luster. But if your 1978 D penny has maintained a brighter, almost untouched copper hue, it's a sign that this coin may have been preserved under unique conditions, making it highly desirable to collectors. Add in the misaligned mint mark, the doubled image on Lincoln's portrait, and that near mint copper color, and you have a treasure beyond measure. So, what do you do now? Grab that coin jar, find your old pennies, and start looking. The thrill of discovering one of these rare coins is within reach. And if you don't do it, someone else will, someone who might turn what you overlooked into $1 million windfall. Now, here's where I leave you with a choice. You could walk away, forget about this, or put it off for another day, but what if the coin you need is right there, in your drawer? That single penny that could transform your future, make your dreams come true, and let you live the lifestyle you've always wanted. So, will you take the chance? Or let the possibility of $1 million fortune slip through your fingers? Opportunities like this don't come often. Right now, that $1 million penny could be within your reach. Go find it, and when you do, remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest surprises.